Listen up, Earth Angels. You're supposed to receive this message. I'm supposed to give it to you. I don't know what it's supposed to be about, but by the time I get into it, you will know if this message is for you. So I'm just going to give this a quick shuffle while we invoke the divine. Spirit angels, ancestors, I ask that you speak through me now with clarity to help me deliver this message with ease, perfection, and confidence for the good of all and the harm of none, except the Israelis. First card came out. Oh, speaking of the Israelis. Five of Wands. Conflict, disagreements arising, tension, sport, diversity, rivalry, challenges, obstacles, competition, aggression, a clash of egos. Ooh, All right, let's see what else Spirit has to say. Let's clarify this message a little bit, Spirit, okay? What else? What about the Five of Wands? How does this relate? What else do you want to say for the Earth Angels? Ooh. Well, Page of Pentacles. We got this last night. A messenger, manifestation, grounded. You are a very grounded person, an ambitious person, goal-oriented, very consistent. You're something of a planner. Maybe to make yourself feel better, you like plan things out. You like make lists, or you budget or plot out. Maybe that's what you've been doing to feel safe. But yeah, we've been talking about this. Your manifestation is coming in, a financial opportunity, a gift. This is going to lead to other people who just match you. So it's going to be a really grounded connection. You've been faithful to this seed that you've planted, and it's coming to fruition. So, don't worry if you are coming into conflict, having disagreements. One thing when you're waiting for your manifestation to come in, you have to avoid explaining yourself. That can lead to a kind of clash of egos. Some things are so brilliant, are so expansive, so unseen, so magical that, trying to box them into human logic, to a human explanation, cheapens it and, kind of betrays it. So yeah, there are a lot of people out here who think, they're supposed to challenge you. If they can't be a partner with you, they want to be an obstacle to you. And they want to get you to think, to feel less clear about your dream, about your vision. So they want to bog you down with like, well, how's it going to happen? When has that ever worked before? Like, will anyone even understand what you're trying to do? And yeah, you will overcome these obstacles, first of all. But yeah, when people come at you with this aggression, this competitive spirit, it's not about you, okay? So, like, choose your battles, and you are, gonna know what is for you and what is someone else's, ego, someone else's insecurities, fears taking hold and trying to like implant their fear, their scarcity, their lack of vision into you. But you can trust in your manifestation, babe. I am, telling you this. You're going to keep getting messengers sharing, reassuring you that spirit, the universe, has received your manifestation and they're working on it. It's taking a long time because it's going to be so freaking good. I literally just keep getting, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, starting again, Page of Pentacles. And so, yeah, you're a very goal-oriented person, a very grounded person, very consistent, and faithful. So, people like that, you're always going to win, especially in the earthly realm and the physical realm. Slow and steady wins the race, but you're goal oriented, so you have the vision and you're grounded. So you're going to be able to keep working towards it. Let's see what else, Spirit. One more card to just close out this message. Let's see what this is. Ah, perfect. We got this the other night too. Oh, Six of Cups. Ooh, fire, earth, and water. So the of Cups is about nostalgia, childhood or the past, memories, familiarity, gifts. Ooh, we have gifts twice. Yeah. So gifts are coming in. I think they're going to really fulfill your inner child. Innocence. You might have a reunion, joy, healing, comfort, sentimentality, pleasure. Just look at these little cherubs, these little babies just playing on some mushrooms. That's like either what you are, what your life is like now, or where you're heading towards, which is kind of like heading back. Like your inner child, young versions of you would just be like so happy to see, how you have invested your money, how you have manifested this like beautiful life where your inner child feels safe to come out and play. All the different versions of you just hanging out on mushrooms and, healing. I love this. It's like, you're the different versions of you, the past ages of you. They're all like cheering all the other ones on. Sometimes people can be like, oh, you gotta, my only competitor, my only competition is like my past versions of me. But like, actually, no, all of the previous versions of you and the future versions of you are all on the same team. They're all working together. There actually is no conflict. In the traditional Five of Wands, is that the one? Yeah, it's like people who like they have five people who have these wands, but they're not like, hitting each other really. They're not like, they're just kind of like guarded and like just in case someone else is going to attack, like they're ready. And so I feel like maybe you've been yeah, you're kind of used to anticipating people being like, "Well, how do you know?" Or like, "Why do you think that?" You know, how do you know what you think is going to work? How do you know? Why do you sound so certain? And that's about them. They're just, they have to do their healing and whatnot. They have been taught that they have to explain themselves. And so they want you to explain yourself. But you're like, listen, man, I know in my heart what is right. I'm passionate about it. And I've always known. And now my inner child gets to heal from all the times when this conflict of ego prevented them from being free, prevented them from being able to play and be innocent. Like they were just trying to like chill and bounce around and be so cute and whimsical. And then someone coming over here to like rain on their parade and be like, those mushrooms are poisonous. And like, why aren't you wearing clothes? And there are ticks and bugs and stuff outside. And it's like, you got to avoid people who bring you into that energy of having to explain yourself, of, a conflict of ego. Because you know when something's about you and when something's not about you. And the truth is, you have no obstacles. Everything is a gift. Everything is an opportunity for you to either use and benefit from, learn from, enjoy, or to transmute into something valuable that you can use to help you. Transmute into healing, into courage, into clarity, into something new, some new, something of value that is going to, be so healing, such a gift for you and for everyone. Yeah. Yeah, in this you can see like there's moss and there's a tree with, I see like a bunch of roots. I don't know, moss always reminds me of like old growth forests. So something that's been there a long time and has been growing and rooting deeply for a long time. And now it's able to support this ecosystem of fungi and trees and different animals and species. And it's also beautiful. It's also balanced. It's also harmonious. So I'm feeling like you're moving from the Five of Wands, this energy of conflict, disagreement, clash of egos, people coming up against you, trying to make you kind of doubt your manifestations. Like, this girl's confident. She has her eye on the prize. She's planted this seed. And yeah, it's going to be just such a gift for humanity. It's going to be really healing for our inner child. And what's healing for us is healing for the planet. And that's really what's needed. A reunion with Mother Earth, with ourselves, with our inner child. So, sentimentality, pleasure. I've been hearing a lot about the importance of pleasure. In this season, pleasure is the point. So, when this energy of conflict and disagreement and, tension, sport, people like different, opinions, a rivalry, kind of these challenges, aggression, competition. When you feel that, trust in your manifestation, trust that everything is a gift, even this seeming conflict, this seeming obstacle. And through your, dedication, your loyal, faithful, consistent nurturing and tending of this seed, this idea, this spark, this thing that you've planted and it's going to grow. It's going to be this. So when you feel this conflict and you're trying to protect this seed, this new thing, this new opportunity, this new valuable manifestation, sit with your inner child. Get real innocent with it. Get in touch with your pleasure. Get nostalgic. What did you used to do what did you used to want to do when you were a child, but maybe you weren't able to? Your parents were like, we don't have time for that. Like, you got to do this, or we don't have the money for that. Now you do. Now you do have the time. You do have the money. You have the knowledge. You understand what to do to, gift yourself as the parent of your inner child. You get to gift yourself anything that you lacked, anything that, this energy of conflict and disagreement, made you falsely think you couldn't have this emotional fulfillment. Not true. Okay. The wealth is all around you. You've actually already planted the seed. It's growing. You might not see it because it's rooting deep and connecting with all these other different beings. And they're all there to help you. All right, my darlings. I've delivered the message. So let me know what you think, okay? Like, comment, subscribe. If you want a personal reading or you want to go all in with me, head on over to my website, ShebaNewmanBlount.com, link in bio, and yeah, come and work with me. It'll be so fun. What else was I gonna say? Um, oh, this is my only channel, See Like Sheba. I am just getting on TikTok, and I have a YouTube. Don't get scammed out there. I will never send you a DM. I, you know, don't really respond to texts. I don't really talk to my family. Like, I am not gonna be reaching out to you. Okay. So if someone is reaching out to you pretending to be me, it's not me, babe. It's not me. There's only one Sheba. And you'll know. You'll know if you're talking to me. So anyway, don't get scammed out there, my loves. I love you so much. Anyway, so go back and watch some of these episodes and stick with me because you will see how I became the woman who went from easily receiving $5,000 every month to effortlessly receiving $100,000 every single month. And that is because when, you know, when I've got a manifestation cooking, when I've planted the seeds and I'm waiting for it to root and ground and stabilize and come into materialize, I know to ignore these, voices that are coming at me with too much aggression, conflict, and unnecessary, disagreements, trying to make me kind of cloud my judgment and my vision. I get back to my inner child and I look around at all the abundance and the wealth, and I can just be really innocent and in my gratitude for what I've been blessed with. And I can play. I can be innocent. I can go back to what's familiar to me, the gifts that I had when I was a kid, that I wasn't able to explore. Whatever brought me healing and comfort and pleasure, I can go back to that. I can be nostalgic for that. And that is going to, kind of distracting myself from the, chaos and disagreements and the noise of the 3D is going to help my manifestations come in faster before you know it. When you focus on, your inner child healing, your inner child's pleasure, your manifestations are going to come in before you know it. And it's going to just feel like such a gift. I love it. I'm so excited for you. I love you so much, okay? Yeah. I'm going to go to bed. So that's it. I love you, Earth Angels. I see you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, sweet things.